So in this video, I'm going to be focusing on Pride films. We are currently celebrating Pride Month in Alberta, and during this month I do focus my movie watching attention to films that are dedicated to and honoring the LGBTQ lives. That being said, I've got my list here of films I have not watched before. They're all focused on Pride films. Now this list is something I did get from streaming sites like Netflix, and don't worry, I've seen The Babadook. But just in case, there may be films that don't fit that category, and I do apologize ahead of time if that's the case. But let's take a look. I think we should be okay. We're going to press the poster button. Nope, give it a spin, press the poster button. The 4 films that come up are the 4 movies I'm watching. So what do we got? We got Falling. Okay, I think that's a Viggo Mortensen film. That's going to be good. Squirrels. Okay, independent fight film. That should be all right. Tangerine. Right on. Oh, I'm a Sean Baker fan. That's going to be fantastic. And, the Prom. Falling. Viggo Mortensen's directorial debut is about John Peterson and his complicated relationship with his father, Willis. Willis is beginning to show symptoms of dementia. So John invites him into his home with his partner, Eric, and his adopted daughter. As Willis is struggling with the fact that he may need to give up his home and farm, he is also reverting back to an old feeling of being uncomfortable with John's lifestyle.
You know that, right?
I'm not blind, little Bo Peep.
Little Bo Peep? Nice one.
Falling is a sympathetic look at the power of family. Morrison's parents suffered from dementia in real life, which he applies his experiences to this story. This allows for some brutal realism, as well as some uplifting moments of warmth and joy. The entire cast is spectacular, but the film's real standout is Lance Henriksen as Willis. Very few actors could pull off such a harsh, brutal, and hard-hitting aggressor, at the same time showing vulnerability, fear, as well as showing a genuine love for those in his life. This is a performance that deserves proper attention. It's spectacular. The film does not follow any traditional story patterns, and may feel a little off for some people. But it does offer David Cronenberg as a proctologist. And how can you say no to that?
Christ.
Squirrels. This ultra-low-budget film is about 3 artists sharing a tiny apartment in New York and having to pull some cons just to be able to afford their rent each month. Their scam is to rent out the room as a B&B to unsuspecting gay men, get that person drugged at a local bar, then rob them while they're passed out. And that's basically the film. It resembles more of a showcase of amateur talent rather than a proper feature film. We do have to watch the 3 artists present some sort of monologue or song, starting with a one-man play.
It's 2016. I am dancing at the club. I've had a few drinks. I'm having fun. It's when I hear the first gunshot. There is panic on the dance floor.
Then later we get to see another one sing.
This movie is good. Hey, baby.
Then we get to hear the third one deliver a depressing monologue as a camera watches a wounded pigeon suffer.
Everything is for sale now. Or rather, on loan. You don't own anything anymore. Everything is shared. If you have a home or an apartment, you share it with strangers to pay your rent.
And no film gains any points in my books for watching an animal suffer.
You gotta give me something here, cause this is redonkulous.
Absolutely redonkulous.
Squirrels is trying to be something bigger than the sum of its parts, and I do commend it for that. If this was made for a film class, well, this would be an okay submission. I cannot say it is strong enough of a film to be distributed to public viewing. There's better low-budget films out there. Tangerine. Upon getting released from jail on Christmas Eve, a transgender sex worker named Cindy finds out from her transgender sex working friend Alexandra that her boyfriend/pimp has been cheating on her while she's been behind bars. This sets Cindy off on a mission to get to the bottom of the rumors and make sure that no one disrespects her again. Tangerine was famously shot with 3 iPhone 5 cameras. These cameras give the film a raw but confident appearance, allowing it to feel closer and more personal, rather than a Hollywood production. Thankfully, in the hands of a talented director like Sean Baker, the film pops with vivid colors, dazzling energy, and has a unique and authentic sense of comic timing.
Normal մարդիկ են, давай տուն են գնում, արի, давай, շուտ արա.
Now you gotta talk to him in Chinese.
It is an in-your-face, no-holds-barred, garishly vulgar look at friendship that rises above the troubles and conflicts that the world can throw at us. As rapidly paced and often brassy as Tangerine can be, the film does slow down for a couple sequences that allow tenderness, beauty, and true friendship to rise above all else. And by the end, there is a tiny gesture of kindness that has such an enormous impact that this movie about sex workers left my heart all warmed up. Tangerine is quality, independent filmmaking at its best. The Prom. The Prom is a stage musical turned into a feature film about a small town in Indiana whose PTA has announced a cancellation of a high school prom because a lesbian student, Emma, wants to take her girlfriend as a date. At the same time, a group of clueless stage performers have ended their career by performing a terrible musical about Eleanor Roosevelt. Kind of wish I was watching the producers all of a sudden. So, to save their career, they decide they need to take on a special cause so they can show the public they're still relevant. And they take on Emma's cause and head to Indiana to get themselves back some positive press. While the underlining message of the prom is something I promote and support. I kind of wish I was watching High School Musical now. I kind of wish this film did too. I all of a sudden feel like I should be watching All That Jazz. The film ends with a message that you should be proud of who you are. Great. Now I want to watch the Book of Mormon. Yet it is coming from a movie that borrows some of its best scenes from other better-known musicals. Yeah. Now I want to watch Dear Evan Hansen. Oh wait, no I don't. So the message does come off feeling a bit disingenuous. The subject of discrimination and homophobia is taken so lightly in this film that it gives redemption to the instigator of all the school's bigotry, Emma's girlfriend's mother. Now I'm all for forgiveness, but what I am not a fan of is encouraging clueless bullies and mentally, if not morally, underdeveloped dimwits.
My son will not be forced to go to a homosexual prom.
This mother, in her self-centered, cowardly manner, purposely segregated a teenager from the rest of her peers because she didn't care for her lifestyle and because she wanted her daughter to have a quote-unquote straight prom.
You are going to have a wonderful prom like a normal girl. I've made sure of that.
What is that supposed to mean?
You see, people that resort to cruelty and promote hate because they are too hung up on their flawed and outdated beliefs do not change their minds at the drop of a hat. Redeeming this character's offenses diminishes the hateful actions and the emotional damage she caused to an individual. She doesn't say sorry, she doesn't admit that she's wrong in the end, and we get no glimpse that she believes that she was on the wrong end of this battle. Yet, at the end of this film, she gets to have a fun time by dancing with some gay people, as if nothing happened. This is a huge middle finger for all those people who have been devalued and pushed away because of hateful prejudices. What this film should have done was given the mother a fake address leading to her an abandoned warehouse where she gets to feel what it's like to be purposely segregated from a group. Or at least throw a pie in her face. See, back in the days of the Three Stooges, whenever a rich, arrogant, self-righteous asshole thought they were above other people, that person would be brought down a peg by getting a pie in the face. Because a pie in the face is the great equalizer. And I suppose I can't close this review up without mentioning the controversy of casting James Corden. He's a straight, fat asshole playing the part of a flamboyant gay man, when this part could have gone to an actual flamboyant gay man. Now, I myself do believe that all actors can play any type of role or part that they are casted for, because that's what acting is, pretending that you're someone who is not yourself. But I also think James Corden is a shitty actor, and this may not have been an issue if the character was played with some respect by someone with talent, instead of this lazy, poorly executed stereotype of a gay man.
Now let's go start a fight!
In the end, this is more frustrating to watch because I do like some of the songs in this film, and I especially love the message that it claims it wants to deliver. There is a lot of potential in this play to be something extraordinary, but just not in this production. And there you have it. 5 new random movie reviews, this time focusing on Pride movies. If you've seen any of these films, we'd love to hear your comments in the comments section. And if there's any Pride films that you think deserves more attention, we'd love to hear from you. If you'd like to know the other Pride films we watched this month, you can go to our blog at www.themoviejerksblog.blogspot.com.